Hello, people of the line. And yes, I am a Dodger fan. I have been a Los Angeles Dodger fan since 1963, the year I was born, when Sandy Koufax and Drysdale were at their height. When we beat the New York Yankees 4 straight games. I picked the team that won the World Series year I was born. So it was either going to be a Dodger or it was going to be a Yankee. We Dodger fans, however, also have got to live, have had to learn to live with the fact that our beloved team just when we get there, we seem to not quite know how to win sometimes, or a lot of times. I mean, we won in '63 against the New York Yankees. We won again in 65 against the Minnesota Twins, where I live now. I'll live Dodgers. I'll always be a Dodger fan. Despite every single heartache and every single loss in the World Series and every loss in the playoffs. But anyway. We lost to the Baltimore Orioles in '66. Oh joy! We lost to the Oakland A's, and remember, I'm doing this off the top of my head. I believe it was '74, wasn't it? 1974. We lost to the Oakland A's, who had Reggie Jackson, Joe Rudy, Gene Tennis, Raleigh Fingers, Catfish Hunter, and the list goes on and on. The Oakland A's at that time were a far better team anyway. We got in, but we lost. We lost because we deserved to lose. 1974. Yes, lost to the Oakland A's in 1974. There we go. Come on, where are you? Thank you. I mean, but I've stuck to my team. We lost 77 and 78 to the New York Yankees and Reggie Jackson. We were going to lose because we are the Los Angeles Dodgers. We are the Brooklyn Dodgers. 1955, we won a World Series as Brooklyn. Yeah, but we lost all the other ones. Actually, I like baseball. I'll always love baseball. I think baseball is not the same game anymore. I don't like all the rules and all the teams in the playoffs. I think it's way too crowded. But I have been a Dodger fan my whole life. I like the Dodgers. I grew up with the Dodgers of Don Sutton, Steve Garvey, Ron Cey, Davey Lopes, Reggie Smith, Steve Yeager. I'm trying to do this all by memory. I mean, let's see, Davey Lopes, Bill Russell. I mean, except we kept playing. We played the Yankees twice. We lost. We actually were playing Reggie Jackson. The rest of the Yankees just sort of stood around and watched, and Reggie destroyed us. We Dodger fans have suffered a lot. We continue to suffer a lot because we know full well that our Dodgers, our beloved, wonderful Dodgers, are going to get to the playoffs and probably win the first playoff series and then lose the second one. Or if they get to the World Series, they're going to lose. I believe me. I remember when they won '81 against the Yankees. We finally beat the Yankees since '63. I was thrilled. I actually jumped up and down. I was thrilled. I was happy. 1981, we won the World Series, except a little tainted, just a little, not much, a little tainted. That was a strike year. I'm still proud of my team. I will always be a Dodger fan. Twins fan second. I do live here in Minnesota. But again, I like to remind the Twins fans who beat who in the '65 World Series again. Oh, that's right, the Dodgers. Anyway. It took a while for Tommy Lasorda to get us back to the World Series in 1988. Or again, we met the Oakland A's of Mark McGwire, Dennis Eckersley. But we had Kirk Gibson, who hit that amazing home run. It was an amazing thing. It was a great series. But we beat them in '88. We beat the Oakland A's in '88. That was retribution. And then it took a very long time through bad seasons and terrible playoff performances to show up and lose to the Boston Red Sox. If I remember correctly, and I don't, but I'm going to look it up anyway, Boston was a better team. Let's be honest. Boston was the better team when they met them in that World Series. So let's check here. Boston Red Sox. So I like Ted Williams is my favorite old school ball player, by the way. Let's see. Uh, yes, 2018. I was going to say 2019. 2018, we ran into the Red Sox, and we were pretty much shown the door. We lost. We lost big time. That was a depressing World Series because I really didn't have much faith we could win this one because the Red Sox at that time they were a better team. They were the far, 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 far better team. Let's see, Los Angeles Dodgers. That's what I thought of it. I mean, I have suffered like all true Dodger fans have suffered. Let's see here. Yes, 2020 where we played the Buccaneers, Tampa Bay Rays. Another World Series. With it during the to me it's tainted, and I just I've never been really. My mom sent me a newspaper of when they won that World Series, and I have it still somewhere here. I should have brought that out before I did this. But I mean, we beat the Tampa Bay Rays. Yeah, Tampa Rays. But for some reason, I never felt it was a real victory. For some reason, I can't explain why. I'm not going to try to explain why. I just never have. I'm a Dodger fan. I should be thrilled. We won the World Series in 2020. Cool. And yet, for some reason, it was like, okay, I don't know why this is not impacting me as much as it should. I mean, it was my team. I should be happy. I was happy. But something about that year, and I can't remember what it was about that year, it just it tarnished it for some reason. I mean, we won in '88, we won in '81, we won in '65. I note how this thing does not put. Where's the other one? Oh yes, I forgot about the Chicago White Sox 1959 World Series when LA was the Dodgers were finally in LA, but I wasn't born yet. I grew up on Steve Garvey and Ron Cey, Bill Russell, and Andy Messerschmidt when he traded to the Dodgers. Don Sutton. I mean, I'm a long-suffering Dodger fan. I'm really hoping that this is last year. Last year was depressing. I know I digress. Last year was depressing. We had a 100-win season again, and you lost. Why? You shouldn't have lost in the playoffs that easily, that badly. It's tough being a Dodger fan. We suffer so much. Boo hoo, boo hoo. I actually I like the basics of baseball still. As much as I think baseball has become so whatever it's become, I don't see it as the same game anymore. But I will always be a Dodger fan. I will always love my Dodgers. By the way, the book I'm reading at the moment on baseball is this one on Roy Campanella. This is a pretty good book so far. I like this book so far. I like baseball. As much as I lament and grumble and gripe about certain parts of baseball now, it's still a fun game. It's still a great game. And my Dodgers are probably going to screw it up again. That's just the way a Dodger fan is. We know we have a good team. Ohio Altana is a great baseball player. He had a great season. That's fine. We have Clayton Kershaw. We still have only won one World Series. We lost to the Red Sox, which is fine. They were the better team. I will not take that away from the Red Sox. They were a better team. A lot better than Tampa Bay was. Tampa Bay Rays was just, I'm sorry. I could see it coming a mile away that we were not going to lose this World Series. It wasn't much of a World Series. I like the fact we won. Yes, I get it. We won. Yay. Yay, team. You beat a team that really I'm not really sure. I'm not sure how they got there. Last year, my hapless Los Angeles Dodgers, I'm not sure what happened to them, but they choked. Now I am hoping, a long hope, that we get through the playoffs. We're playing. Who are we playing today? We're playing the Padres. Now the Padres are a very good team. They are a very good team. I can see us losing to the Padres. I'm hoping we're not. I'm rooting for my team. I'm not dumping on them. I'm not dumping on them to dump on them. I'm dumping on them because their track record in the playoffs is almost worse than their track record in the World Series. I'm a Dodger fan. This is how we feel it. We love you, but you drive us crazy. Sandy Koufax. I've read books on him. I like Sandy Koufax. He's probably my favorite pitcher. My favorite Dodger. My favorite all-time Dodger is Sandy Koufax. I like Roy Campanella. I like because he's a catcher. When I was playing softball, I was a catcher. I like catchers. The catching position has always been my favorite position in baseball or softball. So if you ask me who my favorite catcher is, it'll be Roy Campanella. If you ask me who my favorite pitcher was, it was Sandy Koufax. And then comes Clayton Kershaw. I still think Clayton Kershaw has it in him to win a World Series again. I really do. He's a good pitcher. He's a very good pitcher. He's just having a lot of problems, and it's just like, as it happens, for some reason, these great players get to the World Series, and all of a sudden, they become average players. And there's something odd about the World Series that does that to people. Now, I'm hoping this year, I'm wrong, that my Dodgers team make it all the way to the World Series and win. Now, hopefully, it will not be against the New York Yankees. Actually, that's not true. I'm hoping it's against the Yankees because I want to beat the Yankees. I think I want an old school rivalry back. An old school rivalry would be the Dodgers and the New York Yankees. I mean, we lost to them 77 and 78. Of course, Reggie Jackson. We lost to a better team. We did. We didn't lose to Tampa Bay Rays because of that. We were not the better team. I'm hoping that this year my beloved Dodgers do not, disappoint me, do not make me want to cry and want to become more of a Twins fan. I am a Twins fan. Don't get me wrong. I live here in the land of the frozen north. I like the Twins. Well, I'm a Twins fan because I live in Minnesota. And it's an American League team, and I like going to the games when I go to them. I have seen, by the way, I almost forgot this. I have actually seen the Dodgers play the Twins in a regular season. I remember it very well. The Dodgers won. My bums won. My Brooklyn, Los Angeles bums won. But I live in Minnesota. So I am an American League team. This is, of course, Minnesota. I'm a sports fan. When it comes to baseball, I do love the game. I love baseball. I do like it. I don't like a lot of the rules. I don't like a lot of the things that just tune into it. I don't like all these teams in the playoffs. I'm old school. I like the playoffs to be the playoffs. I'm not all that keen on the different divisions and this, that, and the other. And don't get me started on the balk rule. One of the most useless, pointless rules I've ever encountered in my life. I am sorry. I'm off track. But anyway, it's like we might have rain and say we're going to. But anyway, I actually should find that newspaper. I probably could find it. When the Dodgers beat the Tampa Bay, whatever they are, She sent me the my blue. I think it was yeah. I think the headline was "My Blue Heaven." Dodgers win the World Series. Just cool. It's wonderful. Except I didn't think they could lose that one. I really didn't think they could lose that one. They would have to have tried to have lost the one against Tampa Bay. Because Tampa Bay wasn't that good. I'm sorry, they weren't. Now they lost against the Red Sox because the Red Sox was a far better team. They beat the Oakland A's thanks to Kirk Gibson and his heroics. 81 was a strike-winning season, so we beat a team that may not have really been the New York Yankees of 77 and 78 because they weren't. We lost to the Oakland A's in 1974 because they had Reggie Jackson again, and that wonderful team. Well, I lived in Oakland. Yeah, when I lived in Oakland, I saw two games of the Oakland A's. When they played the Boston Red Sox, and when they played the Milwaukee Brewers. Hank Aaron was playing for them. I've seen the doubleheader. I've seen one doubleheader with the Reds and the San Francisco Giants. I like baseball. I'm really hoping that my beloved Dodgers don't screw this up. That they get out of the playoffs and into the World Series. Please don't. I really don't want to root for the Yankees. I'm not going to. I mean, I don't want to root for the Cleveland Indians. I'm sorry, they're the Cleveland Indians to me. I'm sorry. I think Cleveland Cleveland, what's it again? Cleveland Guardians. That is a dumb name. I am sorry. If you're going to change the name, you can always change it back to the original name of the Cleveland Indians, which was the Cleveland Spiders. They were originally called the Cleveland Spiders. They weren't called the Cleveland Indians. But the Cleveland Guardians, it just sounds like a dumb name. It's like it's no originality. It offends nobody, which is why they picked it. It's like the Washington Commanders, just as dumb. We'll get into my poor Miami Dolphins at some point. My poor Dolphins. And yes, that makes me also a Viking fan because I'm in Minnesota. But Minnesota's done quite well. Hopefully, as I keep rambling about this, I'm hoping that my Dodgers, my lovely, beloved Dodgers blue, I like the Dodgers. I like baseball. I'm a crazy person. If they get through the playoffs without too many hiccups, that Clayton Kershaw has a great series and wins a World Series game. That Shante, I can't pronounce poor man's name, but you know who I'm talking about. He has a great series. He could win the World Series for the Dodgers. He is that good. There's no doubt that he is a great ball player. There's no doubt my Dodgers are a good team. They were a good team last year, and they screwed it up. They lost badly. It was depressing. As you can see, I'm wearing my Dodgers shirt too. I think if I'm going to do a video on my Dodgers, I should wear everything I have to have the Dodgers on. I've had this cup for almost 40 odd years, by the way. That's how old this cup is. About 40 years, maybe 35. I've had it for a very long time. Very long time. But, it's difficult being a Dodger fan when you know you have a very good team, and a very good team when it gets to the most important games seem to always collapse. Speaking of last year, I'm not going to get past last year. Last year, my team, my 100-plus winning team, disappeared in the playoffs. They vanished. They went somewhere. I couldn't even tell you who won last year. I think it was Texas. I think the Rangers won last year. See, that's how unimportant it became to me. But anyway, yes, I'm just gonna stare at the camera until something happens. But my childhood is the Dodgers of the '70s and part of the '80s. So those Dodgers, those teams, those heartbreaking teams that broke my heart more often than not. I mean, I have memories of just sitting there watching Reggie Jackson hit home runs. Right. This is why we're not going to win. Because we have Reggie Jackson on the other team. George Steinbrenner wanted him. And Cat and Chris Jones. And Lou Piniella. And Mickey Rivers. And all the other Yankees. Thurman Munson. Who I still think should be in the Hall of Fame. And I think Steve Garvey should be in the Hall of Fame. I can think of a few other players I think in the Hall of Fame. I might do a video, by the way, on Pete Rose. And my problem with the high and mighty media about Pete Rose. But this is not the place for that one. More than rambling for 29 minutes on my poor Dodgers. Who better not screw this up. I'm tired of I'm a Dodger fan. Please don't lose. Please have a World Series. Sean, you know today, whatever. I'm sorry, messing up your name. Please win the World Series. I'm begging you. It's just a game. And it's funny how fans are about their team. My team is going to screw this up. I hope not, but they're going to screw this up. They are the Los Angeles Dodgers, which I've never been to. Okay, I drove to it one time, but I've never lived there. Yeah, I love baseball. Such a calm game where it never stresses you out. It's very easy being a fan. You don't have any expectations of your team. I have expectations of my team, apparently. But anyway, thank you people hosting my rambling from the Dodgers. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm forgetting something. Oh yes, and behave yourselves because I'm not going to. And later, and better not blow this playoffs or this World Series when we get there.